I'm Menard. I'm a member of RHR, Rocky Hill Racing. Been coming here for the past 2-3 seasons now. I started racing 22 years ago, back when people used to do online forums. And I come here to relax. So my personal life is pretty stressful, so I come here to get my game on and hang out with some fine gentlemen. They're big, they're loud, they're not as fast as like 1/8 or 1/10, but they're just a lot of fun, and the dynamics as you're watching the vehicle go through the ruts and the bumps and the jumps, the suspension is just, I don't know, it's just something a little bit more fun, right? I don't know. I can tell you, it's just they're big, and because they're big, they look expensive, and you can justify playing them with them as an adult. So, nice. Ricky's laughing. He's like, it's the truth.
And what got you into racing?
I do a lot of painting, and 22 years ago I met some guys on a forum that needed some paint jobs, so I painted a bunch of bodies for them, and then they were like, hey, come on down to the track, check it out, and I did, and haven't stopped racing. So 22 years of doing this stuff.
That's painting.
Yeah,
there's a lot of other ones.
Yeah, and any of the paint, anybody that has any wild paint jobs on this track, I did them.
If there was somebody that was thinking about getting into RC, what would you say to them?
What would I say to them? It can be intimidating at first when you go to the track. Just show up, bring a table, bring a chair, bring your gear. Chances are you're not gonna have the right equipment, but that's okay because you're gonna learn. Just ask some of the guys around you. We're all pretty friendly. Like Mike's from Pennsylvania, met that gentleman. Ricky, he's been giving me advice, so we all help each other. But you know, just show up with your gear, and you know what, just have fun. You know, don't be too hard on yourself, and just remember you're not going to drive straight, but you will enjoy it, and you'll walk away making some good friends.
Ricky Nadu. I love RC racing, 1/5 scale. Been doing it for quite a few years. Started on oval, had them like nitro, electrics and stuff like that, like 20 years ago.
Nice. What got you into RC racing?
I actually, when I was a teenager, I broke my leg, and I couldn't do a whole lot, so that was kind of got me into it. And then we didn't have any tracks around or anything at the time, so I kind of just got out of it, you know, and on to other adventures. And then quite a few years ago, a bunch of buddies were doing some 1/5 scale, and then I was like, yeah, I'm all in, and been hooked ever since.
What do you like differently about 5th scale as opposed to the other RC scales out there?
The size, the way they take the ruts and the bumps and all that stuff, and the community's awesome. Like, everyone's pretty much helping one another and whatnot. If you're broke, they're there, pretty much. I guess probably 1/8 scale is about that, like that too, but yeah, 1/5 scale definitely. Gas motors, that's probably the biggest thing.
Hey Josh, I'm Matt Speed from MGS Performance, VP of Operations here at Rocky Hill Raceway. We're doing our Fall Brawl, which is our last race of the season, in glorious, crisp, cool weather in Marlow, New Hampshire. Fall Brawl is a grueling race. It's a 2-day event. We're going to do it in a moto format. We're going to run 5 motos total, 3 today, 2 tomorrow. And I'll tell you, it's a real slog. I mean, not only do you want to come in on top, you got to keep your rigs together and keep pushing the entire time. Looking forward to it. Like I said, we had a great season this year. A lot of good turnout. New folks coming out for Rocky Hill, and Sean has poured his heart and soul into the track and really elevated it this year. You know, 3rd year of operation. We're making waves. You know, can I do any shout outs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to send out a shout out to Dan Salagi from OBR. I've been talking with him, working with him. He's been great, helping me with some motor support. He's been a big supporter of the track. Matt Olson, MOD Racing, has done a fabulous job. He came out here for the East Coast Nats and helped stream our event. Definitely got us some coverage. The General, you know, Lyle, Grandpa Handy, Sean's grandfather, who lets us run here and has put up with all these shenanigans. Been a big, huge supporter. And of course, the entire community, man. You know, RSMP, you're here now, which is fabulous. Can't say enough about that. And really, everyone else who comes out and supports this hobby. It's just, it just really makes my heart sing. You know, things can be so tough, the world can be so great. Not to go on a downer, but you know, coming here and dealing with the community and being with friends, racing and having fun. You know, it's what Rocky Hill Raceway is all about. And we encourage anyone to come out and check it out if you're on the fence. It's a lot of fun.
This is different than the e-buggies you've seen, like the one that he did for me. Matt designed this one with multiple platform parts and his own custom design parts from the ground up. So you won't find another one like it.
Yeah, for sure. So this is a prototype of what I'm thinking is going to be the next generation e-buggy. Typical MGS. It's a carbon fiber chassis built very similar to the gas ones I've been making. If you're familiar with those. But one of the things I've been chasing with the e-buggy is trying to get a really nice, straight and efficient driveline. Really try and modernize it for E. You know, you have so many more options where you place the motor, batteries, getting the balance right in fifth scale is it's definitely a challenge versus the small scale stuff, for example.
You kind of went with the direction more towards like some of the newer A-scale layouts with the batteries.
100%, you know, but you can learn from those smaller scales, look at layout, look where they're placing batteries, motors, stuff like that. So, you know, of course, the other thing is you get an advantage, lower center of gravity. I got a speed control tray that moves the speed control, which is surprisingly heavy in fifth scale, down about as low as it can get. Center dip has been lowered, centered. Motor's been put in the front where the gas tank would be on a regular gas buggy. Batteries mount in the back by what I call popsicle sticks. These are 8,000 mAh batteries. We race them for about 10 minutes, 8 minutes. But this guy, I think with the newer drivetrain and stuff like that, I've been making about 10 minutes if I push it. The key to doing that is this thing is actually a hybrid as well. It's got a DBXLE rear end. So
this guy, scale guys might recognize that back there.
For sure. And custom set of hinge pins to make that all happen. It's something new, and I'm going to be bringing this to probably next year's carbon chassis. Is an integrated skid plate. So basically you got a heel here that protects the ears and solidifies the back, and you don't lose any ground clearance over the chassis. It's not a bolt-on, it's actually part of the kit.
As we approach the closing chapters of RSMPRC, and we finish off our second to last video, I'm honestly glad that we got to do it at Marlow, New Hampshire at Rocky Hill Raceway with the fifth scale guys. Last year when we came to the track, I have to admit, the fifth scale racing is probably the closest to actual motocross that I've been able to find yet. And as much as I loved the big fast cars and the loud noises and the big jumps and the dirt flying around the corners, the thing that really hooked me and impressed me the most, it was the fifth scale community. This is the most tight-knit community I found in all the RC endeavors I've been to yet. And showing up this year, it was no different. Matt kind of touched on it a little bit when he said the world can be a difficult place to be in, and he's not wrong. But when you have guys out there like Sean, Matt, and Todd that are giving their blood, sweat, and tears, and they're trying to pave the way so strangers can come and continue a passion that they love, and quite frankly, that they might not be able to do anywhere else, it's inspiring. It's nice to see, and I really hope it continues. So, as always, this video wasn't about the track or the competitors, but instead, it was about the gathering of like-minded souls that like to share in the thrill of the chase, the roar of the engines, but more importantly, the camaraderie of the shared passion. Strangers, they might have started out as such, but with time, they've become a part of a much larger family, bound not by blood, but by the shared experiences and the love of the sport. As we bid farewell to the third season of the Rocky Hill Raceway, it's more than just the end of a series of events. It's the culmination of laughter, challenges overcome, friendships forged, and the promise of more memories to come. Our sincerest hope is that the journey continues to flourish, that the bonds they formed grow even stronger, and that the tracks they race on in the future are filled with both challenges to conquer and moments to cherish. This is Josh from RSMPRC. Until next time, stay safe.